Oh, I do enjoy an evening with a little light entertainment. But when your video heads get dirty, you lose your picture. Not a pretty sight. Happily, this new Polaroid video cassette will help you. It actually cleans your heads as it plays, so dirty heads needn't haunt you.
Hello and welcome back to The Good, the Bad and the Ugly Show. This week we're taking a look at some media formats of yesteryear. Okay, so let's begin with VHS.
VHS, the 4-hour system from Panasonic and other leading companies.
VHS was first made available in 1976 and was discontinued in 2016. That's right, it's weird to believe you live in a world without videos anymore, but that's a thing. They occasionally still make them for various films and different nostalgic reasons, but they're generally not seen anymore. Not so much. You can find them in charity shops or thrift shops, conventions, that kind of thing. You just don't see them in actual shops. Here we go. So this is Drops of Blood. This is made by a company called Market Video, and they were based in London. Where is it? Oh, Peckham. Look at that. It's like a Del Boy video right here. So, yeah, Drops of Blood, I believe, is a film made in 1960. I've never seen it, but here is the video. And this is a pre-cert, which means there's no certification on the video at all, except for a tiny bit on the back that says it's an X certificate. Kids today won't know what that means. That was before 18. It meant like films should be seen by adults and stuff. But yeah, basically these are what people are going mad for on the internet right now. Pre-cert, old school clamshell videos. I might point out at this point that, well, it might not be obvious, but I'm English and this is an English video. So in America things are pretty different. I don't know, I don't live in America. But this is Britain anyway, and these are British videos. It's really, really heavy and it's kind of like ridged. So yeah, kind of, maybe you can pick that up. It's got a weird kind of like sort of wood chip finish to it. It's lovely. Yeah, quite kind of posh, quite interesting. I don't know much about this film, as I say, but yeah, here it is. This is an old school video. So let's bring us on to our next one then. So here's something I picked up on the internet recently for a bargain, really, £1 I think I paid for these. This is the Star Wars trilogy on video, and here you'll see the little sign. I don't know if it's in focus or not, but the little sign here says the original Star Wars available for the last time. So these were the last time that the Star Wars trilogy were put out before the special edition George Lucas Doodle-On version. So here is the original, kind of the original. I mean, Star Wars has changed a lot. People know a lot about them. So the original Star Wars didn't have A New Hope in the title. It was just called Star Wars. They stuck that on later on. They'd always mucked around with them, but these are, there's no like special edition bits on here, so there's no extra scenes or anything. These are the kind of the originals. And yeah, not something you pick up every day. So there's lots of people who want these for various reasons, because they want to, you know, keep that bit of history going, really. So here is Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. These are much later videos. These have probably been, let me see, 1995 actually. So these came out a year before DVD appeared. So yeah, I remember having these at the time, and the artwork is terrible. I mean, that's pretty awful, isn't it, for the poster for Star Wars? I mean, it's alright. It's not good though, is it? Empire Strikes Back, that's pretty good. That's fine, I don't mind that. Return of the Jedi, you've got a picture of Han Solo from The Empire Strikes Back on it. It's not good enough for me, I'll tell you that. But anyway, here we go. They've got nice cool things on the side, look. You've got like characters on the spines to make them look nice. There we go. Next we'll move swiftly on to Betamax.
Only one question remains. At what point in time will you place the Betamax at your command?
Now, Betamax ran from 1975 till 2016 or so, but only for blank tapes. They basically stopped making professional shop-bought Betamax films, I don't know, about 1984, 85 I think. Basically, Betamax lost the video wars with VHS because VHS were cheaper and they were smaller machines and they were easier to deal with, and Sony only sold Betamax, and then when they gave in and decided to start selling VHS as well, then Betamax was kind of doomed. I mean, Betamax machines were great, big, huge things. They weren't very easy, really. The tapes themselves were smaller, but they were more expensive. Basically, they were better quality than VHS, I think, from the ones I've seen. But VHS was just easier all round, I guess. So here is a Betamax tape. This is the Beatles Complete, or the Complete Beatles, if you don't speak like Yoda. Basically, yeah, so hi-fi stereo, there you go, which was a novelty back then, believe it or not. But here it is, look, it says stuff on the side, it says stuff on the back. It's very kind of limited for like things like barcodes and like actual information. There's like none of that here whatsoever. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird to look at these things. Let's open it up, shall we? So inside, this is like a weird thing. Okay, so it's got like a card thing with the songs written on it. Yeah. See what they were trying to do. Open it up. Here is the tape. Now, Betamax tapes, you can't really open them up to look at the tape inside like VHS, open straight up. These are kind of more protected. They usually have the one reel showing, and then the big square thing here with the information on it. Usually something written on the bottom there as well. Yeah, so this thing here is from 1982. I think it's kept in pretty good condition considering how old it is. But there we go, and inside these cases there's a thing that says Betamax this side and video this side, and it's always quite difficult to actually put Betamax tapes back in here. There we go, so that holds up nicely. Often in America they used to bring out slip cases and they'd be the same as videos, but they would shove a bit of like polystyrene down the side of it to try to hold the tape in. So yeah, there were lots of problems with Betamax, but I like them. And next we have another Betamax tape. This is a horror movie. This was banned as a video nasty, I believe, initially. But this version here, as you'll see on the bottom, it says it has been passed only for persons of 18 years and over. So this is not pre-cert, as it was described online when I bought it. This is actually post-cert, but only just. This one got away with it. So yeah, look at the side there. Does it say Betamax on it? It doesn't, but it says stereo. And the back here as well. And this is another London video company, Polygram Video, Rockley Road, London. There we go. Let's have a look inside, because this one, there's something slightly different about it. As you will see. This is a Betamax, and it has two reels showing, so they've taken on the VHS design slightly here. I've never seen one of these before. It's got the original Video Shop logo on the side of it as well, if you can see it. I can get it in yeah, you just make that out. That's really cool. And a little thing here, which was probably the serial number or something. I'm fascinated by this kind of stuff. I love old rental video shops. I'd like to own one day, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. It's too much hassle. But yeah, here's the side of it. So Extra, it's a horror movie about an alien that comes down to Earth and wreaks havoc in some way or another. I don't think I've actually seen it, but I'm gonna check it out, because I don't want to be like a hypocrite and own it on Betamax and not actually ever seen it. That'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? So there we go. That's Betamax done with anyway. And now we move on to Video 2000.
Philips have the totally new video system, Video 2000. The only system with a double-sided video cassette. 4 hours one side and then 4 hours the other. While you're away, this new Philips recorder will tape some of your favorite programs over a 16-day period. If you like movies, rent or buy one of the many pre-recorded Video 2000 cassettes. Being Philips, the picture quality is spot on. If you've been waiting for Video 2000 from Philips has arrived. Philips, simply years ahead.
So Video 2000 ran for 10 years between 1979 and 1989, and basically it's same sort of similar thing again. It's a Joan Collins film called Nutcracker. I've not seen it, but I'm sure it's really, really good. Here is the side of it. It's a rank video, good sign of quality. Yeah, so where's this video made? Let's find that out, because this thing's interesting, right? This was made in Middlesex. It's another British Brentford. There we go, another British London type thing. British London? Okay, so basically this format was sold as a high-end version of video to compete with VHS and Betamax, but be the best. I can't vouch for the quality as I've never owned a player. I've never seen one, but look at that. That does not look like the other things, does it? This looks like a big black cassette tape. It's really weird. Imagine trying to stick that in your video player. I don't think you'd get very far. And the film title is written along the bottom here, and it has all these weird like things, like that thing and these things. I guess you put tape over some of these if you want to record over it. I don't know. I was trying to figure out how to get into the tape. It looks like it's protected again, like Betamax. But watch this. Isn't that cool? There's the tape. I mean, that's weird, right? Let's just do that again. It's a cool thing, man. That is a cool thing. You can't argue with that. But yeah, weird looking thing, strange gadget. They obviously didn't do that well because they discontinued quite early. But yeah, I never saw anything like this when I was a kid. I had no idea these things ever existed. I'm not even too sure. Not even too sure it exists now. But if it's on the internet, it must exist. There's my philosophy there. So, we're going to move on now to something called a CED.
There's nothing we want to watch on TV tonight, but we're still going to watch something great with our RCA video disc player and video discs. Just flip a switch, and on our TV, we see Airplane or the Pink Panther, The Godfather or Grease, Muppets, Monsters, Mickey, MASH, and 100 more, starting as low as $15. And the player costs less than $500. Put it this way, we're watching a great movie, and you're watching us.
Which is a capacitance electronic disc. I don't know what that means, but it's a great big thing. I can't even get it in shot. Yeah, here we go. Look. So, I'm a man of taste, which is why I went for Confessions of a Window Cleaner. I wanted a classic. I wanted something that's up there with like Citizen Kane and Oklahoma, and I think we found it. So yeah, this is a really old. I'm just getting this back in shot. It's really hard. It's really big. That's what she said. Yeah, so it says at the top here, like, side 1, and you flip it over, and it's got side 2 written on that bit. So I guess you turn it over halfway through. There's actual boobs on the back. I shouldn't say that, because YouTube might ban the video. There's no boobs on this whatsoever. Yeah, basically, this thing. So the machine, you'd put this in the machine, and then you'd take it out, and the disc would stay in there. And then if you want the disc back, you then push it in again. You press eject, and it comes back out with the disc in. What a weird idea. Kind of like a sort of weird thing you might put in a computer, but a much smaller version, like a sort of floppy disk or something. These things, I can see why they never caught on, because they're just too big. Okay, so let's move on to the next format. Anyway, there's not much more I can say about these. I didn't want to buy too many of them, because imagine like filling your house up with these. I'll have to get the actual player for it, and that thing scares me. I've seen videos of those things, and they like make weird humming noises and feel like they're going to blow up. So yeah, a bit like Laserdisc, but not really. Which brings us on to the next format, Laserdisc.
I'm Leonard Nimoy. Interesting. A record player that produces beautiful sound and pictures through my TV. What is it called? Ah, Magnavision. Gourmet video for people who know and love video. I see. The system consists of this Magnavision optical video disc player, a LaserVision video disc, and my TV. This single wire. By connecting this wire to the antenna input on the TV set, the player becomes operable.
So, Laserdiscs were actually quite good, I think. Let's have a look. So, I chose some Laserdiscs wisely. I chose the complete Faulty Towers series, which, being a Faulty Towers fan, yeah, I did that. These are from 1984, believe it or not, and they actually look in really good condition. I'm quite surprised that they are that old. But let's have a look inside. So yeah, they look like records. They just look like vinyl, except they're great big CDs. Great big CDs. which is really cool. I think it's really cool anyway. Let's slip this back in here. So, yeah, one day I might buy a Laserdisc player because I'm actually quite interested in them. I want to have like Laserdisc evenings where we watch Laserdiscs and talk about other stuff. But yeah, they're cool, aren't they? I mean, this was a good format. So, Laserdisc ran from 1978 and they actually continued till 2001. Possibly. Some people say 98 or 99 or 2001. There's different people have different accounts about it. But I think they ran until about 2001. They were originally called Disco Vision, which is kind of cool. Like Saturday Night Fever. But yeah, I might buy more Laserdiscs because they're just such a cool thing. I like them. I might collect more of these. I don't know yet. So now we move on to VideoCD, which is also known as CDI.
Philips invents the compact disc, and music enters the digital age. Now Philips invents the compact disc interactive, and the digital age comes to video entertainment with interactive games, information, entertainment, and films, all with pure digital sound and stunning video images. Philips invents CDI, the ultimate machine for compact discs and amazing pictures. Philips invents for you.
So these things ran for about 8 years, 1990 to 1998. And this thing, it was basically a console, a DVD player, well, a console, a video player, and a CD player, and all kinds of things all rolled into one. It's supposed to be like the ultimate thing to have, so you don't need a games console or a Laserdisc or Betamax or VHS or any of that stuff anymore. Okay, so this is what I found in a charity shop a long time ago. This is Star Trek 4, obviously the best Star Trek film as anyone knows. These are made by Philips. So this is a Philips VideoCD, or CDI as they're actually called. Basically it's a weird thing. It's not really, it's more kind of like, well, is it digital? I guess so. It hasn't got that like, that DVD kind of quality to it. I've watched this. Halfway through you turn it over and there's another disc, so you watch half the film and then turn the film over. Not ideal. Actually, DVDs also had that to begin with. Films like, long films like Goodfellas and stuff. That was a 2-disc thing, you just turn the actual 1 disc over and it was on both sides. But this was before then. This one here is from 1995, so yeah, this is like near the end of it really, I guess. But yeah, if you want to see, you know, the greatest Star Trek film ever made, then well, you've got to go and find it on this, haven't you? Or just buy it on Blu-ray, either way. So the next one, I found another one in a charity shop recently, and this is Apocalypse Now, and it's a great big like double case deal here. Digital video cartridge required. Okay, interesting. I don't know what that means. It's got a book though, and is this 3 discs? Yeah, 3 discs this time, because it's a bloody long film. If anyone out there is familiar with the film Apocalypse Now, small time thing, not a lot of people talk about it. But yeah, digital video cartridge required. I guess you had to put certain like cartridges and things into these things to make them work. I don't know. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's kind of cool. I can't help buying these when I see them because you just don't see them very often, so I have to collect them because that's kind of how my brain works. They also work in computers and DVD players and Blu-ray players and stuff as well, so you can these are still perfectly fine, except they won't be like digitally remastered and look amazing or be in like, you know, Blu-ray quality or whatever the hell that even means. They'll be like old video kind of quality really, but without the lines and the crackles. But in fact, films like this, which have been extended and changed again, one good way of watching the actual original theatrical cut is to buy it like this really. Same with Star Wars, you can get the Star Wars trilogy on this format, and that was before these special editions, so that's another way to digitally watch the original Star Wars films, if you can't find any way else to do it. So, that brings us finally on to the thing that's still current, DVD. So, DVD started in 1996, and it's still going now, even though Blu-ray is around. A lot of people can't afford Blu-ray, so they still stick to DVD. So here is the film Videodrome. Now this is an American import Region 1 copy of the film that I picked up ages ago. But what I like about this is this has got nostalgia written all over it. because the film is about these weird Betamax tapes that you put on and like stuff happens. Watch the film. I won't tell you anymore. There's my tiny review for you. But look at the side of it. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Check out its slipcase look, and it is a Betamax tape, which is fantastic because then you open it up and no, it's a DVD with a great big book with loads and loads of stuff in the book as well. I just love the case to this. I think all DVDs should look like this. There should be VHS ones and like other ones, but yeah, fantastic. I don't think this version was available in England, and if that's true, then that is a catastrophe, because why would you have it in any other design than this? It's just great. So there we go, there's a few different media format types I wanted to just quickly run through for you in this little video about nostalgic stuff from the past. So yeah, when I was a child I had loads and loads of videos. I had a room full of videos actually. I'd never had any Betamax or Video 2000 or anything, but I had like hundreds of videos. I was madly obsessed, especially horror movies. And now it's become really kind of hip to like collect them again, like, because if you look on eBay and places, then you're now spending like 30 to like £500 or whatever for a video that I used to pick up at a boot sale for like 50p. It's a real shame, and I really kicked myself thinking about the amazing titles that I gave away to people as well. So, you know, I'm hitting this nostalgic peak at the moment where I'm wanting to rebuy like all these toys I had from my childhood and all these things I had. So I'm kind of going for a nostalgia wave of wanting to collect a few videos again. So I'm managing to pick up a few bits and bobs here. Occasionally you can get them quite cheap. You can also buy them off people who still have them or want to get rid of them. So if I get any more, I'll do another video. If I get anything else that's kind of interesting, I'll do another video. But I just thought I'd share a little bit of the weird video format nostalgia with you. If you're a child and you were born in the 2000s, you know, well, you won't be a child anymore, but if you were born in the 2000s, then you won't know much about most of this stuff, but it's very interesting, and it's, you know, it's an interesting history lesson, right? And that's what the internet's all about, I guess. So, yeah, thank you for watching this, if you've made it this far, and please like, share, and subscribe to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Show.
Because there's no room left in hell.
Is all this exciting programming available now? Really? Super concerts by top entertainers? Blockbuster films, both current and vintage? Cooking lessons, documentaries, how to do a tennis, golf, swimming, and crafts? Cartoons, the arts, NFL football, interactive discs, all of them and more, and far less expensive than pre-recorded videotape. And sophisticated new laser vision programming is coming soon. Well, home entertainment has never seen the likes of this before.